Hi folks, we are back at the 8 Regents tournament, still in round 5, and we have the third game in the match between Tyrell and Targaryen. Targaryen currently leading the tournament, but not leading this match, it's 1-1. So Mates won earlier and Johannes beat Rupert just before that. And game 3 tonight is the one between Radek and Reinhard, two of the very best players in the world. And yes, well, the good news is that Radek has a very good win rate against Reinhard, I think 70%, but then he had a brilliant win rate against Nico as well, and that didn't go well in round 2. So hopefully this time it goes better. And I believe we should be starting. If there's any delay, no, actually Reinhard has just joined, so no worries. Let's see what we have. So Prince Khal Drogo, is it? That's the one, that's a scary deck. But Radek comes with Tyrell Lion. That's surely going to be very shadow heavy. Maybe can play with a smaller board and not get killed by all the military pressure. Yeah, I'm a little worried because this could be the decisive game in this entire match. I think the pairings have worked out kind of in our favor this time. We have chances, even though Targaryen is very strong in this tournament so far. I think we could draw this or we could even win it, but yeah, this would be very strong to win this one. And well, let's limit 1 is exposed duplicity. He's used it immediately to basically negate Radek's whole setup. Just ends up with red wine strains and loses, first of all, the great draw location Undercity, loses a Knight of Flowers, loses Varys, so that's a good one from Reinhard, but he had to spend it. So he's come prepared for shadows and he's put this in yeah, a normal plot deck of 7 cards, then I'm a little worried. He can't play Barring the Gates really in the Trucky deck, can he? He can play Exposed Duplicity, but Barring he can't because of the overwhelming numbers and stuff like that. So I think that's his one anti-shadows card gone now, and he's going to start with yeah, some really dominant round probably here. And yeah, needs to win power by 5 as well to get the prince immediately if he doesn't have him already. And then we are in trouble. No intrigue icon, should get one. Redkeep doesn't have gold, and he's shuffled the Knight of Flowers back just in case some kind of white swords tries to get him. He's kept 2 gold, but overwhelming numbers here basically does nothing, and doesn't have an intrigue icon unless Miss Sunday comes in. And the put to the torch on Redkeep, and he's got Clever Feint, so yeah. I have to say it's an annoyingly lucky start here, or, well, this isn't luck, this is just a good prediction, but hopefully the game's not over with all of that. But he has basically destroyed 6 gold worth of cards with Exposed Duplicity and then 4 gold worth of cards by playing Put to the Torch on the Redkeep. Only 3-0 though. And of course always happy to get stuff in the discard pile in the Trucky decks. The gates into Morgulis. So Radek pulls the trigger quite early as well. 2 non-uniques and Dracaro. Yeah, he has that ability, right? There wasn't an intrigue icon, but he got the clever feint. Reinhard goes for Gates of the Moon. He's going to have 7 gold to work with here. Try to keep the pressure on. Well, the only thing that could go against him slightly is if he doesn't have Chuds. And he didn't martial Khal Drogo, as you can see, so it's just Drogo and a Horse Lord. And it's a little thin, to be honest, because attacking with anything here, and you can get Sir Robert Strong, for instance, ruins your round. Okay, but Radek is going to dig for cards. He's hoping that the game goes a little longer now. He's going to play without a board for a while yet. Hope the power doesn't get out of control. There's nothing on his faction card to steal. And he is second player. Attacking with 5. Does he want the other copy of Khal Drogo? Radek's not letting that happen, but Plaza could stand now one of them and kill Sparrows, right? Is it time for me Sunday? Discarded the market. And second clever feint, only on 1 card. It doesn't bother with the Undercity, wants it in play. And now we can say that Reinhard hasn't really achieved much, right? And the economy is even. There is a card relocation here, there's a card in Shadows, the hand sizes are comparable. I have to reserve, so can we get the game now to swing in Radek's favor? He's going to remove the Knight of Flowers again. Doesn't want any characters in the discard pile if White Swords is played. And okay, we have the Fury of the Khalasar. That's a 2-claimer. We know how quickly they can turn into 4-claim against Late Summer Feast. But can you also, if you're Radek, well, you have to go first, which is a bit unfortunate. I was thinking, can you just stick everything into Shadows again? Now, he's lost the Arbor for Reserve and marshaled another one. But I wouldn't be so confident in Targaryen not playing Political Disaster here. So that could be a problem. Now duped Varys. What happens here? At the end of the phase, return it to your hand. So yeah, that kind of escapes the board if you want to trigger Varys, which you might. Scrap 2 gold here for Shadows, for Sparrows again. And hired Assassin. Yeah, that's not even the Dothraki. So Reinhard has just gambled here that he's going to be up against Shadows, and he's brought some answers for that. That could be another one of those. He's not left himself gold for pinch, to pinch Varys and then to claim military. Radek does nothing. It's not going to feed the hand with Light Summer Fist. Guess you could always do Intrigue anyway, but yeah, doesn't want power on his faction card. Now Khal Drogo alone goes for military. And Skimming Septon escapes. Any other way to kill Varys? If not, then I guess you do this, get another card. Okay. Guess you don't. Can you boost him? No. And I think Varys can even defend, although you are conceding a card if you do that. And now we are going to be over reserve here for Reinhard, so happy to discard one card to tie dominance. And Khal Drogo is back in hand. And Varys of course triggers, so one card is the Hound. Skimming Septon is also going to be drawn. Then we have some mystery cards. Have the Undercity, but you need to dig for cards with that. And I guess now, if Reinhard has hit his guess correctly and now has Political Disaster as well, then yeah, that is a true disaster. Although it doesn't hurt economy that much, because the Arbor survives Political Disaster pretty well. But then you're losing the others, right? Just have the Arbor and the Undercity. So it's the father against another 2-claimer. I think Reinhard might go second again. Ah, this time he goes first. He himself has a card in Shadows. Is it a hired assassin waiting for something to jump into Shadows or not? We've seen this Varys, the core one, and the other one as well. So mix of Varyses, but all three are now gone. Okay. So probably not hired assassin, right? It seems now more likely that it's Aegon into raiding Khalasar or something. Now, what's the situation with the restricted list now? Is there anything conflicting with Aegon? I doubt it. I think you can play him, right? Although now the 2-claim military is not looking that inviting, is it? Skimming Septon still going to escape. Now you could even defend this if you liked, with some kind of Hound or whatever is in Shadows. Do you want to defend it? No. Want to kill Lysa. What are you taking? Gates of the Moon. That's going to make it tricky to play Khal Drogo. And here comes Balerion. Very safe, and 4 gold. Still there for the Hound. Surely he's best and he has 5 gold and a card in shadows. I just think it's... But if it's Aegon, right, that's the perfect card for the father to bring back to hand. Now what? Yeah, you're not... you never want to do that with the Hound. But spoiler that Robert Strong is in hand. That's not a good spoiler to give your opponent, is it? This guy is good with the Stranger. Maybe that's in the deck. Kills both. Yeah, too bad. That would have been a good mystery to keep. Although those hired assassins are a bit nasty. It's more fun when Redkeep was still there. Yeah. Reinhard can make it fizzle if he goes first, I guess. Well, doesn't really bother with the non-unique guy. Guess doesn't really enjoy going first that much. Now, is that card in Shadows hired assassin? And now Gates of the Moon being gone has messed up his plan, kind of, right? But Aegon's still 3. So that's always playable. And there he is. Now he is card 2, so that's the card that was just marshaled. And brings in a Kalasar, which can go back to hand. Stands Aegon before Robert Strong could get him. But military will get something. And looks like it's getting the Kalasar. Yeah, a little poll going on. Who is going to win this one? Guess people are now voting depending on the game situation. Started with Reinhard, but now it's swinging a little bit. Hound is gone, but now 3 cards in shadows and no more exposed duplicity. 6-4, but still plenty of time in this game. And 2 plots left for both players, so we have... ooh, okay, that's a good anti-shadows card in a way. Although if you look at it a bit differently, it's quite easy for shadows to increase the initial number that survives Mad King's command by just bringing more cards in. So we had exposed duplicity. When that comes back, it's going to suck for Radek, although he knows it exists, so he's never going to stick all of his hand into shadows from this point. And Dohaeris was one of the resets, and Mad King's Command is the other, so it's unlikely that the last one is also a reset. I'm guessing, knowing Reinhard, that it's probably close call. But knowing Radek, it could be another recon plot, or it could be something like First Snow or Dohaeris or something like that. And he has 3 characters and 4 cards, which means he's only losing 1. Scheming Septon can get more gold. For instance, for Robert Strong, he's already pre-nailed the faction card. Reinhard will struggle to get much. Now he could play as some kind of duped Drogo, right, with this King's Road. And what are these doing? So surely the Arbor, the Undercity, and then maybe this one. If you really want gold, you could do Red Wine Straits. Yeah, that was expected to dupe Drogo. He's made sure that he had both copies. But look at this. So this Queen of Thorns can bring something in without paying anything, and this guy can get 2 more gold, and there's some draw coming from all of that. So yeah, Radek is going to survive this Mad King's Command much better than Reinhard is, and I'm slightly surprised that since the locations, yeah, keeping 3 of these is completely fine for Radek. I'm surprised that Reinhard has played this now and not left it as the last plot, since it doesn't help him that much. Maybe he thinks Radek will need to be reset with Mad King's Command again when the plots turn around, but yeah, with that exposed duplicity threat as well, I'm not so sure. And it could also mean simply that his last plot kind of sucks, right? Poison Coin on Drogo means that he could get killed if he doesn't defend himself on the military. Overwhelming numbers probably was not going to be used. And now what? You have enough gold for Sir Robert Strong. She can also just try to win and bring him in for free, and then the gold does something else. Yeah. Of course, the agenda lets you resurrect characters. It's going to do 2 challenges, get another card. Or maybe just the one and keep 2 cards. Not trigger Plaza, he triggers it. Puts him ahead on power. And I think Old Bill Bone might defend this. How are we doing with the Hounds? Possibly gone. And kills the Queen of Thorns. That's an interesting choice. And now his head again is Radek after power from Drogo is lost. He has more stuff in play and more cards in hand, so yeah, okay. Marched is not exactly the worst here, considering that Reinhard has no characters, but I think the game has kind of swung. Now let's see. Yeah, no obvious draw. You can go into 2 claims, but I'm thinking it's beginning to look good for Tyrell. Card in Shadows. Okay, now actually Radek should play this slightly more slowly if this is hired assassin. Give Reinhard a chance to kill cards. Yeah, that's what Reinhard wanted to do here. And yeah, they're gonna have to let that happen. Yeah, good idea to kill sparrows. You know how Radek is with that. Problem is though, if that card wasn't Aegon, now Radek is still going to dominate the challenges phase. You can let this one go or you can defend. Could go into March anyway, if you don't like the hired assassin. But really the thing to do is just intrigue and power. And you may as well then also trigger the scheming septons. Get some more cards. Maybe there's even a card in shadows. Do we know what the card in shadows is? I don't think we do. Oh, it's Boros. Okay, so there was never any chance of finding of playing white swords, but okay. Doesn't find anything, but doesn't really care. He just wants to kill the last remaining character. Okay. Keeps Boros and wins dominance with that. Now what? March the guy. Can't even do that because Sparrows is here. Does he have more of that? Does he have a clever feint as well? And no, okay. One of them's dead, right? Two of them are dead, but still finds the third one. It's fun when it's happening for you, Radek, in our team this time, but hate playing against this. Yeah, and I think Expose in round 1 was as good as Reinhard could have done, really. I don't think Radek would have just continued to put all the cards in shadows. It's a good swing, but yeah, didn't last. Reinhard has nothing. And yeah. That just seems like a game over to me. Well, so we can't win the tournament anymore. But so far it looks like it's between Targaryen and Lannister, but theoretically I think Baratheon and Stark can also still win it, and they kind of need they need Targaryen and Lannister to drop points, and I'm sure they'll be cheering us on here. We're about to take a 2-1 lead against Targaryen. Here comes Jogo with possible to claim. Oh, to claim power. Radek defends so that he doesn't lose by 5. But now doesn't seem possible to defend everything. Stop Radek going from 12 to 15 here. Who's going to give it a go though? Can he block the power challenge? Otherwise it's this power challenge and then pass and win dominance, right? Or just do the last one as well. And there we are. Yeah. Okay, finally won with banner line. So that's 2-1 for Tyrell now. And we have one more tonight, and I forget which one it is. It's okay, it's Calm against Eric. And it would be nice to win that one to lead 3-1, right? That would be pretty nice. So that's in about 30 minutes. And I'll try to record that one as well.